Dalton throwing on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And able to find Green. A gain of 11 and a first down. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And in the backfield out of this starting group, you have to look out for Giovanni Bernard.
And you have to make sure you're ready to hit the spin button with this guy. Awfully exciting in the open field.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Wide open receiver complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
So here we go, first and 10 now. Now Dalton with a first and 10. Incomplete. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie is one of those tall corners that fools you with his ability to change directions. DRC can play.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Second and 10. Dalton once more. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Enough Another chance for Dalton. Rivera's got it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
In the red zone this time. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, though, give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You can hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's third down.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. Third and goal. This will be Dalton again. And now another one thrown incomplete. He was looking for his tight end that time, Michael Rivera. And now it's fourth down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
On second down, here's Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And the box that's highlighted is for Hearns on this offense.
Do you have your track shoes available? Because Allen Hearns is a guy that gets you on your horse if you're trying to defend him. He can take anyone deep and win on any route.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down. So on fourth down, the Jags send out Brad Nortman to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns. And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. They come out here in the I. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Andy Dalton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Well, still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second down following the run.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Bortles to throw on second down. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And a loose football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Left. Watch the twin. Here we go. Green 90.
And the play clock's running down.
Blue 45.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Watch left. Tight. Watch left. Here we go. Green 39.
On first down, Bortles. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Shift together here from the D-line. And a give this time to the tailback. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Red zone opportunity. Bortles now on first down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They come out here in the eye. I don't think Dalton liked the matchup there. He's going to call a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Second down and 4. Second down, Dalton. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
After the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
Now a toss play to Bernard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And now to the air, Dalton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Third down from the gun, Dalton. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Again, here's Bernard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They send Green to the left on his own. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. On the toss, Bernard. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll come out in the pistol.
Green, 90. Green, 90.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts.
Here we go now. Green, 39. 58, Will.
first down is Bortles. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A big play there on the screen pass. 39 yards.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because, you know, most defenses, there's 3 levels. D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them. Then you throw the ball over their heads. And now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Allen Hurns, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 2nd down following the run. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Wide open receiver complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Green with a catch left side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. First and goal from the 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. On second down, here's Bortles. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Play clock winding down. Now Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is fielded at the 27. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully pick the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter. Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Second down following the incompletion. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, the hit pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Fielded just inside the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. They go play action here on 1st down. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They'll get 17 yards there. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville 1st.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And Dalton to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They'll come out in the pistol. Play action. action now. Dalton, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
On first down is Bortles. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the ball is knocked out. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come up in an offset eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the run with the ball.
Dalton throwing on second down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Dalton, 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Green, 90.
Bortles now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanket in the passing lanes.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Throwing his Bortles. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Passing it. Dalton on the screen. Bernard. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right on the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Back to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Back to throw. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 4th down. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect them.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now, starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bengals, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.